Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Background Football Podcast, and I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Background Football Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Background Football Podcast, and I'm here again doing another weekly roundup. We've had a big weekend of games, some amazing results and games. So we're just going to get right into it. And the big talking point: Manchester City versus Spurs. Spurs batter Man City 4-0. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. Never seen City, well, under Guardiola at least, be that just dominated. They were fucking poor. And and Spurs, fair play to them. They played them off the park, and 4-0 away at Etihad. And that's City's unbeaten run at home that stretched since last season, I think. So it's an impressive win from Spurs and Postecoglou. But City in crisis. They need to get back to winning ways, and they've got a perfect opportunity next week against Liverpool away to make a statement that they're not done. The game itself was just absolutely ridiculous. Spurs are such a weird team. Like, only they could lose to Ipswich, lose to Palace, and then beat City twice in a row, and just they're a weird team, and they're full of inconsistencies. But if Ange can get them to a level where they're playing consistently good football and have a bit less naivety, I'd say, then they could be a real issue. But um, you know, next week they might lose to fucking Fulham or whoever they've got. I don't know who they've got, but you know what I mean. So, and then on to Chelsea. Chelsea continued an impressive start to their season under Maresca. 2-1 against Leicester. I mean, Leicester were poor. Chelsea got the job done. Jackson with another goal. That's his seventh in the league or something. He scored 7 or something like that. And I really like Jackson. He gets a lot of stick from people, but this season he's been brilliant. He's just a real handful. He's in your face, never gives up on the ball. He's very tenacious. I like him a lot. I think and if he keeps scoring at this rate, do Chelsea really even need another striker? I probably still would, to get to provide some good competition anyway. It can only help. But and Leicester have sacked Steve Cooper. I think it's a bit harsh, to be honest. They're not in the relegation zone. They're 16th. Right? It's not great, but I don't really know where else they expected to be, really. But maybe it's. I'd have to speak to a Leicester fan, but maybe it's the way they've been playing, and he's lost the dressing room, and they just needed a change quickly. But if I was them, I'd go and get someone like David Moyes in. Yeah, I think he would. I think he would do quite a good job for them. Just steady the ship. He'd probably keep them up. Realistically, he would. He's a top prem manager. He's been there. He's done it. So if I was them, that's what I'd do. Moving on to Arsenal. Arsenal back to winning ways. 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. We looked back to our best. Back to the performances from the second half of last season. Clean sheet. Forest didn't have a sniff. I don't think they didn't have a shot on target. Saka with a beautiful goal. Him and Odegaard linking up. Having Odegaard back just makes such a difference. He's such a brilliant player. So good. And he just makes us look as a team just a lot better, a lot more balanced. Glues the midfield attack. He just glues everything together, and I think we can now. I see now what we have missed, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but and then I just want to give a shout out to Partey and Marino as well. Partey second half, he's been our best midfielder this season. I think he's stepped it up a level, and he's needed to, because Rice hasn't been at the level quite at the levels from last season. Marino's obviously new signing, no pre-season, breaks his shoulder on the first training session, so it's obviously going to take some time for him to find his feet. But I thought Saturday, Marino looked really, really composed on the ball. I think he looks good. I think he's going to be good. Give him another few months, and I think he's going to be a serious player for us. And another quick shout out to Ethan Ranieri. What a player this kid is. He is a serious talent. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in the coming seasons. He's brilliant. Honestly, he's on the ball. We need to use him more, I think. But I don't mind the way Arteta has dealt with it so far, because you can't always just throw him in and put loads of pressure on this 17-year-old to go and score. But every time he steps on the pitch, he takes his opportunity. He's scored pretty much every time he's been on. Maybe not, but he's scored quite a few times this season already, whether it be in a cup or So looking forward to seeing him and how he can progress over the season. Then move on to the Sunday games. United versus Ipswich. Amorim off to a draw in his first start. I mean, he'll be disappointed with that. He clearly was disappointed at the end. But it's going to take time. It's going to take a long time for him to implement his ideas into the players and get them the way he wants them to be playing. On top of that, he'll need to be backed in the transfer windows. The players he's got at his disposal can't necessarily do what he wants them to do. So yeah, they'll need to go out and sign some of his guys if they want to kind of progress under him. I mean, it's still really early days. He might get him clicking with what he's got now. So we'll see. But it's gonna take a while for them to get going, I think. And then moving on to Liverpool, they continue their brilliant start, and they've gone. Was it 8 points clear? 8 point. Is it 8 points? Yeah, 8 points clear, and they can go 11 points clear if they beat Man City at Anfield next week. I mean, that's a huge game. I mean, if Liverpool can beat City, you'd have to say it's theirs to lose. The title's theirs to lose, and if they're not favourites already, they'll definitely be favourites next week if they go and beat Man City at Anfield, which now's probably the time to play them. They've just lost 4-0 to Spurs, so Liverpool probably thinking, all right, come on, we can go and beat these lot. And yeah, I mean, Salah with 2 goals, he is so good. Salah is fucking ridiculous, and he's so consistent. Whether he's not even in the game at all, he's just one moment goal, another moment, it's a goal. He's just inevitable. And Liverpool need to keep him fit. They need to keep him fit. Because, against Southampton, they weren't actually that good. I don't know, Southampton gifted them kind of all 3 of their goals, really. Kind of, I mean, second goal's a good finish, but the keeper's had an absolute stinker there. And they're playing out from the back in the first game, and just what are you doing? Stop playing. It's not working. Because you continue playing from the back when you don't need to. I don't get it. These bottom half teams try to play out from the back. It's not always the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with fucking lumping it. It pisses me off, and all these relegation battle teams think that I've done it in the Championship, so it's going to work in the Prem. No, it doesn't work like that, because you're playing against better players who know how to press, and it's just Southampton. if Russell Martin doesn't switch it up a little bit, like they're just going to get relegated. It's like Burnley last year. Company was just too stubborn to change his philosophy, and they ended up getting relegated. And like you need to find other ways to play. It's all right playing like that sometimes in certain periods of games where you think where you think you can have success, and you want to be brave on the ball, but like there's nothing wrong with just fucking lumping it sometimes and just trying different things. Not always like playing out from the back. It's I don't know, but anyway, I'll probably wrap it up there. Little short one. We got Newcastle West Ham later this evening. I'm recording this on the Monday, so that should be an interesting game. I expect Newcastle to win that. Champions League as well this week. I think, is it Liverpool PSG? Have I made that up? Arsenal Sporting? I don't know. I might have just made that up. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did and subscribe to the channel as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and see you next time.